3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Forex Trading Live. Welcome Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Let's get into it here. You can see there's no trade open. That means the signal that I launched yesterday has taken profit, as it does day after day after day after day. If you'd like to trade Forex and be profitable, you really ought to join us. On the screen there is not only a web address, but a phone number. Direct access to the master algorithmic trader named Terry. That's me. We will launch a free signal here. I will share with you what the result is. Relatively small profit, but profit nonetheless. Profit is a factor of you bidding relevant to your account size. That's it. That is all it is. We've had some serious, I've looked at most of the accounts this morning. I've had some serious pushes against, especially on the test algorithms. I'm going to jump right into one of those first because it's about to margin out. And I want you to see what the market does, and that it has nothing to do with the system or the algorithm or anything else. So let me go to the pause screen here, and I need to pull up my account list. So give me a second here. We're looking for 666-533. So stand by here. I will find it. Here it is. Yeah, I want you to see this. And remember, this is a aggressive algorithm trading on a very aggressive volatile pair. You can see it's going to margin out here. Either that or the price turns around. However, it looks like the system originally went into a buy, so it attempts to manage that trade. Let's go ahead and look at the chart here. This is what, and the reason I show this is these aren't any trades we're in. This is an algorithm we're testing, but I want to watch this thing happen. So it's attempting, I've watched it, the algorithm is attempting to do and add some more buy trades down at the bottom here because we're going to get a pullback and it's going to be very profitable. Can it survive this? I don't think it can. I don't think it can, but it's also indicative of what they do to you, and you have to be ready for that. Looks like something just moved right there. I think we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Nope, it actually just entered a hedge trade. It added this sell trade down here at the bottom. That's interesting to see that happen in real time. It is attempting to hedge itself. Now, what's interesting is the margin level percent was down around 71. When I opened up the screen here, it was 83. But you see how it just placed that hedge automatically? I mean, that's the cool thing about automation. That just happened live and in real time. And it took our margin level percent from 83 up to about 108 right now. So it's trying to hold on. But you have to understand, if you look back at price action across, let's see how it looks on the day chart, see if it's significant. Yeah, it's pretty significant to have a major drop like that. Notice that drop is also equal to the rise. Let me move the chart here and show you. I mean, look at the equality there. So this propulsion candle down literally matches this propulsion candle up. It's just pure manipulation. The banks are doing this, dumping the money. It's not an excessive one, but if we just kind of scroll back in time here, you start to see that that's essentially what it does. Creeps, 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 and then huge dumps of money. That's the reason they do huge dumps of money to manipulate the price, is to knock everyone the hell out of the trade, right? So what will happen is, if this account is blown out, we will learn that we need a couple things. I'll give you an example. So this algorithm trades on gaps. So if I zoom in just a little bit, each one of these gaps here, this, enter to buy, enter to buy. There's actually a take profit and a buy right there. Enter to buy, enter to buy, enter to buy. Kind of lost my train of thought there by drawing pictures, but the point is, see how we're getting a bounce back at the bottom here? All right, hopefully that is going to continue and get us out of this trade. It's literally about survival. There's not really much I can do. The algorithm handles everything. So if I start manipulating this account and adding my own hedge trades and so on and so forth, and look, my margin level percent coming back because it added that hedge. So that's really the intent behind this thing. It's a intelligent AI trading system. It's almost nobody can survive trading US 30 for very long, right? It makes massive profits. If we go to history here, you can see that it's down. Here's the thing. During this, it's down $250 right now off of what it is made. We'll look into this deeper, but listen to me why this is okay. See, this is survival mode. The EA has gone into survival mode. It is canceling out a few losses up at the top here and doing its best to balance the algorithm because this huge drop in the market here. So it's doing really well. It's still up. I mean, forget the fact that it's a negative 250 for the day. If I look for the week, it's up $745. So it's playing with a little bit of the profits, a little bit of the net profit to survive here. That is what my true interest is about these automated systems and their ability to do this. This is high risk. This account is very close to getting blown out. You got to let it play out. I know what I was saying here. So these gaps here, when it continues to enter trades, they are calculated by the EA. One thing to reduce your risk is to increase these gaps. Now, this is not a gap trading. This is not grid trading robot. I know you're going to think that because I'm using some of that terminology. This is right along the lines with what I know works best, which is essentially scaling into a trade, dollar cost averaging, and hedging. It's all built into this algorithm. Although quite unique from my main algorithm, which just fucking crushes day after day. We'll go look at that. This is intended to be a little bit more aggressive, all-inclusive, meaning it scales in, it will do the hedge if it needs to, so on and so forth. So one of the ways to survive an account where we start at $3,000 and we try to double it is to increase this gap size here. Have it not go into so many trades when we do get. So that's how you run robots, essentially. You just sit here and you get it close to something that works, and then you look at a scenario like that, it blows out, and you go, how could I have prevented that? I could have prevented that by simply not going in to so many trades. You'll notice that this gap actually scales up. I have it set to, as the price goes deeper against the trade, I have it set to scale that gap a little bit more. So just wanted to look at that because it's getting close to being blown out. But it's a test, and it's an aggressive test, and it is gambling. We are allowing the automated system to use as much of the balance as it can to go ahead and make massive profits. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Pretty simple. So back to our normally scheduled program. We'll actually go pull up the full algorithm. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose a trade to jump into. You'll notice I've been jumping into trades each day as far as the free signal goes. And they're not making a lot. There's not a lot of movement left on them. But I like being able to do that. I like being able to look at my full algorithm, and which we're going to do right now. Kind of use the full algorithm as a temperature of what's going on in the market right now, which we'll look at. And jump into these trades as they've played out and are heading towards take profit. It's just kind of a gut feeling. Am I always right? I'm right about 97% of the time in terms of the initial direction, meaning enter profit, enter profit, enter profit. When I'm wrong about it moving directly to take profit, not coming back, we simply scale in with a few more trades. So we're not, when we're wrong, we're not losing. So let's take a look here. About $900 drawdown. Yesterday we were about $700 drawdown. That's relatively a low amount of drawdown, and we use that as this is not the drawdown you would have. This is drawdown for this account size, and this bid size. Really, it's for this bid size. So you bid whatever you want. Fully scalable on your end. We're in about 36 trades, maybe a little over 36 trades. As far as closure for the night, $97.07. That is relatively low. We're normally 2 or 3 times that. The market does not move consistently. We trade the market, and it gives us what it gives us. We're trading 22 currency pairs. So out of the standard 28, we trade 22 currency pairs. When I say standard 28, that's not that's not perfect languaging, because there's different names for, FX crosses and exotics and all that stuff, but there's essentially 28 pairs. We're trading 22. So when we look at what the drawdown is, when we look at how many trades we're in, it really gives, and then of course we look at how much has closed in profit. It gives us a daily understanding of what the market's doing. Very stable, very much below, it's not dead, but it's very much below medium volatility. If we scale it out for the week, we're up $1,817.36. That's the full algorithm. Not many people can handle all of those trades, but you certainly can handle a portion of those trades or one of those trades at a time at a bid that's relevant to your account size. It's just as simple as that. Again, 100% scalable. I can't imagine why everybody in the Forex world is not using this. This is just a consistent, daily, ongoing profit, net profit, really. So let's pick a pair that we're going to jump into. And I'm just looking at what has entered and is starting and is scaled in and starting to turn around. That AUD NZD has been sitting there for freaking weeks. Not going to touch it. AUD USD, we got a couple of them, nothing there. CAD Chief has entered and turned right towards take profit. Euro Chief, Euro JPY is, I'm starting to feel like that might be a good one. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Euro JPY. Let's look at it on the chart. Let's see here. We are in buy territory right here. We've scaled in a few buys, and our take profit is up here near our initial trade. So I like this. There's some meat on the bone there. Not going to lie, if you analyze this market movement, it's pretty much sideways. Is it going to bust out the top and go to TP, or is it going to bust out the bottom and scale in some more trades? We don't know. Frankly, I don't give a shit. It's all automated, copied to my account. I'm bidding a realistic amount from my account, crushing it every day. Every day, 100% automated. I'm not doing any intervention. I only ever do any intervention on my algorithm when the market has just gone crazy on a currency pair. And we haven't seen that in a while. Very stable. So back here, Euro JPY, We're going to jump into this as a free signal trade. Let's count how many there are in play right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're in 7 Euro JPYs. So what I'm going to do is go to the pause here. Euro JPY, and we're going to jump in at trade number 7. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking for my free signal account on my VPS server. Here it is. 7th trade Euro JPY. So I'm going to type that into the AI system and say, hey, enter this. And by the fact that I'm telling the AI system to enter it, it will then manage the entire trade, and it will also add trades if needed. So 7th trade, here we go. We're about to enter, and then I'll bring you back to the free signal. There is the free signal. We just had, okay, sorry. I meant to say we just had a notification. Well, that's the trade I just entered into. So here it is. EUR JPY buy trade. It has already, my algorithm has already scaled up the lot size to 0.20. If this is the first one you're getting into, the first, and it is, Euro JPY, if you're going to enter this, then you don't have to scale up the lot size. You can go in at a base lot size for yourself. But if this thing goes into another trade, you have to consider 0.20 the base lot size. And if it goes into another trade at 0.40, you need to up your lot size. It's just mathematics. What we're doing is we're increasing the bid and drawing the take profit closer. Take profit in this particular case is 157.131. TP is 157.131. This will be a nice trade. I don't know if I showed you this. Yeah, I did. Euro AUD closed last night, $25.55. Not a lot of meat left on that bone, but profit is profit is profit. Winning every trade is pretty important, and that's what we do. I know it sounds crazy. I know that if you've been trading Forex, I just heard this just yesterday. Hold on, looking at a notification here. Let's make sure that didn't add another one. No, it didn't. So, constantly lose my train of thought because there's so many notifications going off. So, this particular trade, this Euro AUD buy trade, didn't have a lot of movement left on it, so the profit's relatively low, but it's completely scalable to your account. Completely scalable to your account. That's the thing that people have to understand. So as I was saying, if you go look this up, go Google it, like what percentage of Forex traders lose everything? It's well into the 90% range. Like retail traders, which is what we are, we're not institutional traders, we're not trading with millions of dollars. Retail traders lose. My system does not lose. You can lose if you have a teeny tiny little account and you bid some outrageous amount or take too many trades. That's the only way you're going to lose. But if you follow my guidance and you have a decent account balance, what's a decent account balance to me? I mean, certainly at least $1,000. Probably $3,000 is a sweet spot, I think. Can you trade with $100? I don't know if you can. I can. But that's a skill set. We're going to do some practice trading in a bit here. In fact, might as well just transition right to that. We've done the free signal. We looked at the overall system. Let's transition out to the random trading. We already looked at my my algorithm that's trading US 30. Let's jump into this here. Pull this up and I'll show you what I'm doing. So here is our random trading account. Yesterday we entered 2 trades. One was this AUD USD sell trade, and it has gone against, which is what I wanted. And the Euro USD buy trade, these are random entries. I randomly enter a random currency pair, random direction buy or sell, and then we go look at pretty recent highs and lows, and we set a take profit. This thing automatically took profit at a $210.90 profit. That's impressive, man. If you can earn this skill set of entering a trade and doing what we do here, practice every day, you'll value my automated algorithm so much more, because the automation does all of this. We're going to make some haphazard decisions here. My automation does all of that. When I say haphazard, we're going to look at this. Here's what's interesting. So we've made $825 this week from a $3,000 account, being entering random trades every morning, setting a take profit wherever we think price might go to, and it does. I mean, and we're not doing it at $2 per profit. This is $210. If you go for the week, look at these trades. Every one of them has won. This is, again, me entering a random trade. If I'm this good at it, how good will my automated algorithm be for you? But I'm showing people how to practice having this manual skill set, the ability to take a look at the trades and decide what you should do. So check this out. Let's make a command decision here. So we are at $579 in drawdown. Well, $585 roughly once you include the fees. So this has not gone in our favor. However, it's not hitting my margin level percent in a negative way at all. I'm at a 5,100% margin level. So what that tells me is that instead of entering a hedge to protect this from going farther, I'm going to go ahead and scale into another sell trade. What that can do, what it will do, is it'll allow us to draw our take profit line, which we have set. You can see it right there, 0.62623. It'll allow us to draw that take profit line closer to where the current price is. So let's add one more sell trade right here at 1.0 lot size. So make sure, so AUD USD, I'm just hitting the plus in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to leave my lot size at 1.00. And what were we in? Now I've lost my train of thought. We're in a sell trade. So I'm just going to add another sell. All right. So that cut my margin in half, essentially. So I'm going to hold on to this. Now, if this goes, this second trade, the scale-in trade, goes farther against me, then I'm probably going to hedge. But we're just letting it play out. Letting it play out. Let's go ahead and move our take profit on this. I'm going to zoom in so we can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I must have really put the take profit down. I did. Must be way down there. Yeah, I put it on that line that I'm moving around with my thumb here. That's quite a bit. I'm going to move the take profit just for the hell of it. Let me just kind of look at the price action here. So it's pushing away from our original. Here was our original sell trade. Here was our original take profit. Now I entered this sell. Let's bring the take profit up just below the original entry. So both of them will be in profit by the time that moves. So we need to figure out what that price level is right there. I want to know what that price level is. I can probably look to the right and guess. But what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to take my thumb. Stand by. I'm going to take my thumb and move this line that I placed on the chart up to where I want to take profit. I'm going to do it about halfway through that wick right there on that candle. Right there. So then all I'm going to do is hover my thumb over that section, and we're going to go to properties, and I want to see what that price is. Price is 0.63317. So I'm just going to double tap it, copy it, click done, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to modify this. Just got a notification. Let me take a look here. Euro USD. The algorithm, the automated algorithm is working. So anyway, I'm going to go to modify, and then I'm going to put this take profit that we just figured out. Double tap, paste it, modify. Okay, and then I'm going to modify the original take profit, or the original trade that we went into. Just double tap, paste, modify. So now they both have the exact same profit. If you come, both same take profit. If you come here, you can see that I've got a sell here, and I moved the take profit up from where we were. So all we got to do is get pull back. Both of these will be in profit, and we'll get out right here. Okay, that's it. Like, that's it. And then we just sit there. And what's cool about this is that if you can discipline yourself, like if the account's going to blow, the account's going to blow, right? But if you can discipline yourself to maybe not look at it so much, because that's where the emotion comes in. You know, looking at that US 30 account that I first looked at this morning that was down at, it was, when I looked at it, it was down to about 71% margin level. At 69%, they just shut your trades down and you take a massive loss. So we'll see if we can hang in there on that. But in that particular algorithm's case, you got to let it run. You got to let it play out. It might go right to the ragged edge, and I know that people don't like that, but that's how you make the big bucks. Oh, sure, you can pull the robot back, the automation back to the minimum lot size, and make pennies per day. You can do that. I'm not saying you got to make millions per day, but there's certainly a sweet spot based off of, sweet spot of net profit based off of how much balance you have in your account and then how much risk you take using the automated algorithm. So there we are. That's what's going on. You can see the new TP there. If you're following along, if you're placing these on your own, please do so. But I'm showing you how emotionally detached and how I'm looking at this about every 24 hours, and it's playing out really well. It won't always. It won't always. The USD could push really hard against us. It could. But if you have the skill set to be able to manage your trades, which is essentially what I'm showing you here through practice, you'll do really well. Now let's go look at a few other accounts here. Really what I typically do is I will glance at, for example, I'll pull this one up here. This is a subset of my main algorithm. This is a set of trades, a feed that you can pull into your account. This is called my 10 pip hybrid. Hasn't really closed anything. Market's relatively slow on those currency pairs. So the next one is a feed that we call the one profitable pair feed. Still hanging in there, a little bit of a, I'll tell you what we're looking at here, a little bit of a weird sequence to have this negative amount in the middle. It's really just because I jumped into these trades using the AI system, and you can see I jumped into the first two at the same time. Normally they would have each been, fired off in sequence, but I said, hey, AI, we're in AUD NZD, just take everything that's in play right now, copy them all to my account and manage it. So that's what I did here, but you might or might not have this exact same sequence, but you can see we're in profit. It's just holding AUD NZD, absolutely going freaking nowhere. Look at this, even on the day chart. You probably can't see it. Huge wick coming out the top here. Huge wick coming out the top here. What's that mean? When they're wicking up and wicking up, that means they're going the opposite way. With those wicks, they're attempting to take out traders that have their stops set up there at this, I'll draw this again, at the top of this resistance. Okay. Wick, 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 and then they're going down, and our TP is right there. So this would be a good trade, albeit we've been setting in it for a couple weeks. It is what it is. We don't control the market. We do not control the market. We trade it. So that's that. Now let's go look at some experimental feeds. Let's go back to that one that we were looking at, the US 30, it's actually even looking a little bit better now. This is absolute pucker factor for your average person. Look at that margin level percent, 139. You got to let the algorithm play out. It's actually come up from 71%, just because it did that sell trade. But in this particular case, US 30 completely going sideways. And you can see this dump here. Huge dump. You probably can't see that. There's a wick down there. It's starting to pull back. Kind of interesting. Yeah, TP down at the bottom, pulling back, but still none of it's in profit yet. You got to risk it. You got to risk it. This looks pretty insane crazy. We'll see how it plays out. If you did this, you don't do it one time, right? If we blow this out on the first try, I will simply, like I said, go back here and go, all right, it took a few too many trades during this big push. So let's have it just simply take less trades during this big push. And I mean, that's not hard for me to, that's a click of a button. So that's how you do it. This algorithm is really, really close to perfection in terms of hanging in there and doubling the account pretty quickly. Or forget doubling the account, making some serious profits, making a 30, 40, 50, 70% a week type of return on investment. Let's see here. What else okay, let's look at the next experimental algorithm, or really the last one that I got going on here. This is very interesting how this is playing out. This is my GBP JPY double hedge. You can see we've made $373 in the account. We're up $171.67 from last night. What this thing does is it simply enters the trade and then at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time every night, it balances the trade. So it's in a buy right now at an $800 drawdown. At 9:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tonight, it's going to add another sell trade. It's going to balance. It's going to hedge itself. Excuse me. And then it's going to manage itself into profit. I'm not worried about this thing at all. Like, it's 2,000% margin level. And I know another a sell trade, a hedge trade is going to be added tonight at 9:30 Mountain Time. Great. Just let it play out. And it's made some pretty nice profits. You can see there, $373. And I started this at the beginning of the week. So I'm looking for, what's the goal of this from these two different test accounts? I'm looking for something that I personally can throw a few $1,000s in, $3,000, kind of the sweet spot for me, it seems like, in terms of small accounts, and then doubling them or earning, a 50% plus profit from them as fast as possible, and withdrawing it and continuing to move on. That's really the goal. I want to have an aggressive, high profit system that I can continually gamble with, knowing full well that I'm going to lose the account once in a while. But as long as I've pulled out profits over and above what my investment is, what my balance is, in this particular case, $3,000, and we're up $373, we're up 10% just this week. I'm looking for some big moves here. Again, this is GBP JPY is the largest moving algorithm, the largest moving currency pair in the world. It moves the most pips in a day. Right now, kind of in a sideways market. This is essentially, you can see where these trades are. This is where we've been all week. A slight drop, so you can see that all of the trades that are profiting are the sell trades because the price is dropping. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But I like this kind of stuff, and a 2,000% margin level doesn't bother me at all. That's it. Every day we look at these profitable trades. I can't imagine why, if you're in Forex and you want to profit and you want to earn some profits from your account balance, all in an automated fashion, you can see right there on the screen. You probably should be contacting me. And I think the big thing that's happening, and I'm doing my best to help people through this, people here, they want what this offers. They want a software system that trades their money fully on autopilot. They want to take less risk. They've taken a lot of risks in their life. They've lost a lot of things, but this appeal of automation is huge. I get it. But they come in and it feels like new people come in and they just freeze. They're like, I don't know what to do. You got to ask. I'm also in the works, in the plans of putting together a playlist of basically, what is Forex and how to trade in the most simplest, like I'll literally do, I'm planning right now to do short videos about simple little topics. How to enter a Forex trade on MetaTrader 4 iOS. How to enter a Forex trade on MetaTrader 4 in Android, right? Because I have both. I mean, come on, man. Any good player has a regular phone, a burner phone, and then a for fun only marketing phone, right? Yes, that's actually 3 phones. I don't know. Can I hold them all up here at once? I might be able to. Can you see that? There you go. 3 phones. I got 3 phones. This is a pretty amazing. This is the most amazing system. Forget the fact that I'm biased. I build it. I use it. I see people use it every day, but I get a sense that this is all too complex for most people. Like, just off the top of my head, what are some of the things that stumble people? Well, what broker to use? Use this one. Well, they're not letting me. They're not letting me because I'm in the United States. Okay, do this. All right, now that I got it, how do I fund it? You need to go buy some Bitcoin. Where do I buy Bitcoin at? We figure that out, right? I can give you 100 different places to buy Bitcoin, but you only have to do that essentially once. Generate that Bitcoin so you can withdraw it, I shouldn't say withdraw it, so you can transfer it and start your live account. That's the best way to transfer money. It's also the best way to hold your money. Pull your profits out, hold it in Bitcoin. The amount of percent of growth and value you get from Bitcoin beats anything in the world. That's what you should be doing. If you were able to pull out $10 in Bitcoin profit per week and hold it for 10 years, you'd have $6.5 million with a very low total investment. Don't believe me? It's just math. We're making some assumption that Bitcoin continues its trajectory and growth and grows anywhere from 50 to 200% a year. And that's what it does. That's what it's been doing. So even if, I've also said this, and I need to say it a lot because people don't understand. Everyone's trying to look at, for example, my subscription service and say, well, I want to at least earn enough back from my account to pay for my subscription. And then they start some puny little account that they have to overtrade and over leverage and blow it out, and then they quit. You're better off being hyper conservative, not even making as much back as you're spending to run the business. Forex is a business. What's it cost? It costs a subscription fee to plug into my copy system. Or you can buy a lifetime license. That's an even smarter deal. But when you do that, even if, let's say you start, I'm just going to give you round numbers. Let's say you start a business and it costs you $250 a month, but the business is only making $50 profit. Well, you can take that $50 profit. Now you're in business. You have the intent to make a profit, all kinds of tax deductions. I'm not giving you tax advice, but you could go figure that out, right? You're in business. Being in business simply means the intent to make a profit. Go look that up. You don't have to have an LLC or anything else. You are already in business by being what's called a sole proprietor. I don't want to get into a bunch of legal stuff. I am not a legal scholar. I am not a lawyer. I am simply a Forex educational entertainer. Take it for what it's worth. What do we got blowing up here? USD JPY. Buy. The algorithm, the automated algorithm is modifying everything. So the point is, everyone comes into this with a different skill set. But I will guarantee you, if you come into this and you just simply go through the steps, it's real simple, right? You get a broker, you set up a demo account, you subscribe to the feed. We use a copy service called Social Trader Tools. It's $20 a month. They allow you to copy my trades to your account. Start out on a demo. Start out conservative. Give yourself some time, a week or two, to fund an account. Buy some Bitcoin, fund the account, and plug in the automation. But the nice thing about coming into my system is I'm not sending you off to some teachable platform where you got to go through all these videos and learn all this stuff. I have all that, but it's really simple. Just kind of tell me where you're at. A lot of people come in, they have no idea what to do. Great. Here's step 1, go do that. Here's step 2, go do that. It's simple stuff like creating free accounts on the internet where you have your email as a username and a password. So save that, write it down somewhere, be organized. And, there's nuances. What should I bid based off of what my account size is? That has a lot to do with how much leverage you got. So all of that is, you ready for it? Figure outable. We can figure any of it out. It's just unique to each person. Don't think this is complicated. So many people come in and sit here and do absolutely nothing with my system, probably because they're confused. It's like, your average person that has the dream of making automated income also is not a very driven person. You do have to have a little bit of drive, but I'm also here ready to help you. So that's it, Thursday, February 20th. You've seen it all. You've seen all of the awesome net profits. I don't know why you're not trading the system. At least come in and place these manually. The app is free. You can set up a demo account for free. So those will be simple little short-lived, concise, focused videos that I'll be pumping out on my YouTube channel. And eventually they'll all just come together and they'll be I'll put them in a playlist, and it'll be like, absolute beginner Forex trading playlist. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you set a pending buy stop or a pending sell stop? Or how do you move your take profit, things like that. So Mark says, Degenerate Gamblers Club feeds. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you. I will see you tomorrow, end of the week already. Tomorrow, Friday, February 21st. Come into the group, start trading. You can plug right into the automation. You can get the automation for free for the first 14 days. Send it to a demo account. Pay attention to it. Join the live session. Ask questions. You'll be a master at generating automatic net profits that you can and should withdraw on a regular basis and hold in Bitcoin for the most profitable long-term results. Not a financial advisor. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow in the live session. I'll see you in the group. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.